everyone, Adam the Woo here. Dragon Con has come to an end. I'm still in Atlanta for another day or so, and I am gallivanting around the outskirts of the greater Atlanta area, and I'll do some stuff that does not involve hordes of people, hopefully today. I have been around more people than you can shake a stick at, proverbially. You don't want to shake a real stick at cosplayers, because they might get angry. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily Woo! This entire little outdoor strip mall, completely abandoned and empty. Gotta wonder why these places close. I mean, the obvious reason is people aren't shopping at them anymore. But it is kind of crazy to see these places just sitting here desolate and abandoned. Georgia Auto Pawn clearly used to be a Pizza Hut. You ever notice how many Pizza Huts are refurbished into other businesses? For real. This guy wants to race. There it is. One gigantic rock known as Stone Mountain. I'm going up there. You can see my van right there if you look very closely. And on the guide map, that's what it looks like. And I'm walking towards this, which someone has scuffled out either with a coin or their thumb for whatever reason. And I will be taking this sky ride up to the very top of the mountain. And see these railroad tracks we cannot get to? Those were the railroad tracks used in the TV show Stranger Things. It's pretty clever. You have to buy a ticket up and you have to buy a ticket down. And you have to wait 30 minutes from this point. And this is the size of these steel ropes that take you to the top. It's pretty thick. In order for one of those to snap, you'd have to have a lot of weight in one of those trams.
Y'all chose the right card to be on. Because any card that I'm on, I like to think of it as the fun card. However, that's for you to decide. I need to imagine in my head like a crazy person. Hopefully, you think my jokes are funny. If not, the doors are right there and right there. The carving itself is 90 feet tall. It's 190 feet wide. It goes into the mountain about 42 feet deep. Now, the men on the carving from left to right are Jefferson Davis, Robert E. Lee, and Stonewall Jackson. The mountain itself is 1,683 feet above sea level. However, we're only seeing about 825 feet of it right now. We're going to swing forward, then we're going to swing back, and then we're going to even out. Right, about here.
Okay, officially reached the top. According to this sign, 1,683 feet above sea level. You can see the incredible contraption and machinery that brings you up the side of Stone Mountain. And then you exit off of this concrete slab onto the rock itself. Hopefully that's not the last shuttle for the day going back down the mountain, because this would be a very long walk from the top of this. Now, I can't remember the specifics of it, but I heard from someone that in this waterway down here at the foothills of the mountain is an abandoned ship below the surface, just sitting there submerged in the depths, the nether regions of that lake. There are indentations all along the ground. Wait a second, Hidden Mickey? And there are these little pools of water that have developed in the crevices at the top up here. Little makeshift pools. And I think it's really interesting too, there are trees growing out of the side of the rock. Standing up here really puts different cities into perspective for me. I'm so used to being in Los Angeles and going up to the observatory at Griffith Park and overlooking nothing but buildings. There are no trees like the greater Atlanta area has. So you just see a little bit of city off in the distance. If this was Los Angeles, all of this would be buildings. I wonder what happens if you do go past that point, if you do jump over that fence. I wonder. Here's some more carvings that have been here for quite a while. No telling what year all these inscriptions were carved in the rock. Did someone try to do like a makeshift bridge across this teeny tiny little pond developing up here at the top? Right over here, there is a survey marker. If you look closely, if you ever come up here, right at the very tip top in the middle is this geodetic survey marker. Just based on this terrain, you gotta wonder if they've ever done any filming up here for TV or movies. Just look at this time lapse that I took and replace the people you see walking around in what they are wearing now. Picture them in like a space uniform, like an episode of Star Trek or Lost in Space or some other sort of genre-esque type thing like this. This looks like it could be a different planet, or maybe possibly the moon or Mars. And this could just be a rumor, but I think this place is very significant to the history of the Tim Tracker. Don't take my word for it. Ask him. That's awesome. They believe in Big the Foot. That's right, buddy. You got believers. There's something very interesting in this Best Buy parking lot. You can see the Best Buy sign right there, and I'm parked, and right next to my parking spot are some graves. Right here next to this Vision Works, and under this huge billboard is the Henderson Family Cemetery. And there is only one marker in this slab of concrete next to retail enterprises galore. A cemetery smack dab in the middle of consumerism. And that, my friends, is called progress. I guess when you decide where your final resting place will be, you really have no decision on what the future holds. You never know if a Best Buy, a Shoe Land, and some Chinese restaurants will open up just at the threshold of where you're buried. And the interesting thing is, that's not the only one of those graves in a retail establishment parking lot in this neck of the woods. There's another one a few miles up the road. And this time, it's at a Walmart. I parked right here at the very end of the parking lot. Walmart's right there. And over here, buried in the woods, is a mausoleum. Right there, look. You gotta wonder if anyone that's parking at that Walmart knows that right outside their parking spot is this. That is just very bizarre. Just right in the woods, next to a super center. Across the street, it basically looks like this entire complex is also abandoned. There's an old Checkers, there's an old grocery store, there's another old fast food restaurant. See, there's another refurbished Pizza Hut. They're everywhere.
that's nice. Vlog over.